Mechechemo, Imuakwaba, double linear equations in one variable. The day no, your previous topic no was the practices on algebraic expressions. You see, the algebraic expressions the query. So now you are on linear equations. I didn't think I can linear equations in one variable. You bet into at San also. Let's go to the equation. So what is an equation? Well, see, equation is a mathematical statement that shows two expressions are equal and it contains an equal sign. In this okay, brand new algebraic expression, here will be to say x plus 5. This is just an algebraic expression. But so the equals 10 can it's not say it contains an equal sign. This is what an equation. Good. Into this x plus 5 is equal to 10 is an equation. And 2y minus 3 equals 7 is an equation. And 3a is equal to 15 is an equation. Now, what are parts of an equation? Nti, equation no, ɛwɔ afa ahorow mmienu. Your left side and your right side. Nti sɛ wɔtwerɛ x plus 5 equals 10 equal no na ɛwɔ mfimfini. Nti, nea ɛwɔ side no equal to sign no, left no. And the left side, the equal to sign the right no, and the right side. So you have sabe pepe. Afe, yes, you have a linear equation. So what is a linear equation? Now, linear equation I have a linear equation in one variable. In T. Then the linear equation, first thing. In T, first thing is an equation. Linear equation has only one variable. And it's also the whole equation now. That's an x plus 5 equals 10 one variable penny or the whole expression left and right side only one variable x we shall answer you 2y minus 3 equals 7 into y pay is what the variable x is the variable. Now or say the variable has power 1, not power 2 or power 3. In the zone we say s square, s cube. They are not linear equations. In general, they say if we have something like x squared plus 1 equals 5, it's not say x way, the expression, the power near 20. It is not a linear equation. Good. And anything that's also had x squared plus 5 was 10 has a power 2, so it is not a linear equation, right? Good. Nti, say linear equation can be written as AS plus B equals 0. So you should follow that rule. AS plus B equals 0. Do here x plus 5 x plus 5 equals 10. It follows that rule. A is the coefficient of x. How do we make I say 1 B represents 5 no. 0 no, which represents anything can be 10 or 0. Sir, AS plus B equals 0. That you need AS plus B equals 0. You understand how a equation is very important. That will never bring, especially almost AI, how it is very important in computer science. How if you are creating model be, na model no, they say to me perform better. I didn't think I say the model functions should be close to 0. That's what I say. So with my when I say with me, let's say what an equation at yes. The AS plus B equals 0 is the formula for all linear equations. Now, what are the properties of equality? If you add the same number to both sides, the equation remains true. Or say, if A is equal to B, then A plus C is equal to B plus C. Or say, A, na sɛ any B a pɛ deɛ a, ɛneɛ sɛ wowɔ C na sɛ wode ka bɔ A mu a, ɛno nso, ebe ansa wobɛnya no, ɛyɛ the same as sɛ wode C abɛka B ho. because yɛmfa ne sɛ hanom sɛ A yɛ 1 a na kyerɛ sɛ B nso yɛ 1. Ɛyɛ sɛ meba na sɛ yɛmfa ne sɛ C ɛyɛ 2 na mede ka wei ho a 1 plus 2, right? Now I'm saying the 1 plus 2 can have a 3, have a 3. You know, say if A is equal to B, then A plus C, that is 1 plus 2. C, you have to C, no. C in A2, no. And I want A in A1. And I want and assign B1 plus 2, which is the C, no. So give me the same answer. It was even 3 equals 3. Good. Now, how do you solve examples in linear equations into your x minus 3 equals 7, right? Nti yɛwɔ kwan ho bebree a yɛbɛtumi solve this type of linear equations. Yɛbɛtumi aka sɛ okay, yɛpɛ sɛ x no nko ara tena ho because yɛpɛ sɛ yɛnya x equal to something na sɛ x no nie. Nti yɛbɛtumi aka sɛ ɛwɔ -3 ɛwɔ one side of the equal to side, left side anaa right side, na sɛ wo shift kɔ the other side a ɛbɛyɛ positive. So pɛpɛ nso ɛna wɔ positive, na sɛ wo shift kɔ the other side a ɛbɛyɛ negative. So we can say yɛbɛtumi shift to this -3 akɔ the other side na ka hɔ ka ne other 7 ho because all of them are constant. Tibetuma nya s is equal to 7. Yeah, shift to we -3. Yeah, shift to koha. You have nya +3. So you're going to have s equal to what? 10. Another form also, and it said, so here s minus 3 equals to 7. And so you can you say equal to into this whole left side x minus x minus 3 is equal to 7. Then say the whole left side and a right side no ɛyɛ pɛ. De sɛ yɛpɛ deɛ a sɛ wode number bi a yɛfrɛ no C sɛnea yɛka yɛ C same number wote fi ha ɛwɔ ha no anaasɛ ade wɔ ha a ɛneɛ wobɛtumi asan wɔ ade wɔ ha you should get the same thing. Nti na wɔka sɛ for ha no yɛmfa no sɛ if you have x minus 3 is equal to 7 a you can just add 3 to both sides. Adding to added 3 to both sides. See, added +3 to -3, I'm going to get 0. Into your x non quantum, right? So you're going to have x minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 7 minus plus 3, sorry. Into way negative, what they come in, son. After you will 3, I could try. So you get s equal to 7 plus 3, which is what? 10. Good. That is the additional property, and what's I don't know. Now let's move on to subtraction property. In the subtraction property, we say if A is equal to B, then A minus C is equal to B minus C. Yeah. And just say once left side, so you can equality, just say left side and right side, your pair. And yes, I would say number B if you left side. That's all something that same number for the other side. The same size, the same size. So which equation? We have A is equal to B. Let's just say A any B a bit. It is assumed say A 1 B is a 1. So I say 1 is equal to 1. Now C I number say 2, right? And you say subtracted 2. If you want more about 1 minus 2 is equal to 1 minus 2. Answer I have a bear minus 1 has bear minus 1. Internet say, say if A is equal to B, then A minus C is equal to B minus C. What is C if A in one? And it be when I say any B a paint. Answer all left side and the right side by a paint. Internet say the equations still remains true. There's a left and right are the same. Good. Inti example na ɛwɔ ha no ɛte sɛ nea na addition ti pɛpɛpɛ. So we have s plus 5 is equal to 12. Sɛnea yɛdi kan first rule no pa also go a wobɛtumi aka sɛ okay mepɛ sɛ mema numbers no te ɔmo ho na variable no te ne ho nti mepɛ sɛ 5 no ɛfi s nkyɛn na ɛkɔ 12 no, so you're going to have x is equal to 12. Now 5 we answer a positive to cross so equal sign I say negative. So we're going to have x is equal to 12 minus 5 here, 7. Another way is through sending a kind that property now I can say if it's going to be then in nature say if we have x plus 5 is equal to 12 now, it is assumed that height is same as here, right? Left and right are the same. Into say a t c, which is here one is a 5 as our c. Say a t3 s plus 5 one side. Near san t that c f from 12 no side. We should get the same answer. So you're going to have x plus 5 minus 5 is equal to 12 minus 5. And 5 minus 5 it will cancel. So you're going to have s is equal to, we cancel into, you're going to have s equal to 12 minus 5, which is what? 7. Good. Now let's talk about multiplication. So if A is equal to B, then A times C is equal to B times C. And that's a very simple graph. So A should be equal to B in this end. A two are B is behind A two. Now if we have C, if C is equal to 6, let's say 2 times 6, this is A, you multiply by 6. Now this is B, I multiply by 6. 2 times this by 12. And by 12. Sana and so if A is going to B, then A times C is going to B times C. Sure. I don't know. In Tiavan if we have an example, x over 3 is equal to 4. X over 3, sorry. X over 3 is equal to 4. So let's just say x over 3 is equal to 4. We can multiply. We want to actually eliminate. We want s to stand alone. If multiply both sides by 3. So you're going to have x over 3 is equal to 4, right? Into 3 times x over 3, another times by 3. This will cancel this. So you're going to have s equal to 12. Good. 1 times 3 is 12. The division property is that if A is equal to B, then A divided by C is equal to B divided by C, provided C is not equal to 0. Or say, in the one they say A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1, right? Then say we divide C and C is equal to one they say 2. And if we divide A, if A is divided by 2, that means you can say A and 1. So you can say a the same as 1 over 2. It is 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 is equal to 1 over 2 on both sides. The real problem is that if C is equal to 0, it doesn't work like that, right? And so 1 divided by 0, mass, yes, we don't divide a number by 0. When you it will give you a friend undefined expression, undefined. Nice. So to say C should not be equal to 0. So simple, yeah, let's solve more examples, but I just want to understand the operations of equality in terms of addition, subtraction, division, So if we have 3x is equal to 15, you want the x to stand alone. Into any kind, we can divide both sides by the coefficient of x. So we divide both sides by the coefficient of x. So now we divided left the same number by left and the same number by right. So we just cancel it. We get x equal to 15 divided by 3 and 5. So I said 3 times 5 and the money 15. Good. So x equal to 5. Now let's solve linear equations. So we have one-step equations. So we are solving that. And the first one, in addition, if we have x minus 5 is equal to 8, there are two ways of solving it. We can x minus 5 is equal to 8. We can just say, okay, You want x to stand alone at the end of the equation. Nti, yeah, map -5 nkoka 80 ho. Normal term, what I say, variables should be at one side and numbers should be at one side, which is the same as replacement of like term. So we're going to have x is equal to 8 plus 5. We're going to say this is -5 across. So we're going to have x equal to 13. Send your hand. And now say we can use our rules of addition. I can say if A is equal to B, then A plus C is equal to B plus C. And we can just check the equation x minus 5 is equal to 8. And you also have -5. In the number, then you can have negative way is +5. So you can have x minus 5 plus 5. But it must always be added at the end. So because this side now A and this side is on B. So whatever you do at A should also be all done at C. So you're going to have x plus 5. We're going to have this will cancel. It gives us 13. Good. And there's another example. X plus 7 is equal to 15. You hit me as an across the way direct. So it's going to be x equal to 15 minus 7 because this is +7 and that gives us 8. Or we can use the other one where we have x plus 7 is equal to 15 into the -7 and we subtract, right? Both sides by 7. Into this will cancel this. You get x equal to 15 minus 7, which is 8, right? Good. 3x equals to 18. We divide both sides by 3. That's good. That is it. X equals to 18 divided both sides by 3. Now x equals to 6. Good. Let's go on to two-step equations. Two-step, we have 2x plus 5 is equal to 13, right? So the same thing, we can just cross this. We can have 2x is equal to 13 minus 5. The 13 minus 5 behind 8. We divide both sides by 2. Let's just two steps here. We have gone one step. First, now you prosperify and you simplify. But this time we have done subtraction and we have done division because you have crossed, right? So s is equal to 8 divided by 2, which is 4. Open so a bit mind say we have 2x plus 5 minus 5. It's equal to 30 minus 5. And you know it's +5. So you subtract both sides by -5. So they build negative what? 5 way, right? 9 higher 0. So you get 2x is equal to 8. Then when you 2x is equal to 8, but you want x to stand alone. So we are going to divide both sides by the coefficient of x, and that is 2, right? And that gives us, this will cancel this, s is equal to what? 4. Good. Now, so this is also another example too. 3x minus 7 is equal to 14. So the same, 3x is equal to 14 plus 7 because it's a cross. And after 3x equal to 21. The divide both sides by 3, both sides by 3. The s is equal to what? 21 divided by 3, and 7. And now say, you can use this method. So 3x minus 7. This one is high minus 7 TV. Just add +7. Yeah, I do a higher CS and the eka. So we get 3x go towards 21. In the Bible size, I'm going to get 7. Good. And always you have to check. You know, say check and see if your answer is right. Interior expression, 3x minus 7 is equal to 14. Let's just say, anyhow should be the same. When you substitute x back, with the s no shape will be 1. Not just any you answer, and you say x is what? 7. Into here, we have 3 near. Now x near 7 minus 7. So 3 times 7 I 21 minus 7. I 14. Doing some part. And correct. Say it is 14, right? So it means that the left and the right side yeah, are the same because it must high 14. I don't say high 14. So that means it's an equation. The left and right sides are equal. Now let's move on to variables on both sides. So I'm going to say we solve both the linear equation that was a variable so they go or left and they go sound right. Let's say how do you go about that? So you have 3x plus 2 is equal to 2x plus 8. 3x 2x plus 8. How do we solve this two? So what we are going to do is that we subtract both sides by 2x, right? And this is one side, this one side. You bet 2x a free. Aha, near something 2x a free. So let be a hand baby x will be fear no. Naka constant and one. So we're going to have 3x plus 2 minus 2x is equal to 2x plus 8 minus 2x. So we're going to have 3x minus 2x by my x plus this 2 is equal to this. We'll cancel this. This is equal to 8. Now you do decide that about me and how to subtract. So what we do is we subtract both sides by -2. -2 say be a hand measure, right? So we know x plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 8 minus 2. The x we be cancel we is equal to 8 minus 2 is 6, right? So the answer is 6. Okay, for us a bit my and it say we have 3x plus 2 is equal to 2x plus 8. Yɛbɛtumi asɛnde variables to one side na yɛasɛnde constants to one other side, grouping like terms. So you can have 3x, the 2x will have a 2x on. This is positive. Nti the 2x will have a 3x on. Nti across so a, that will be a negative 2x. It's equal to 8. And also have a call the right side, right? Minus 2. So we have what? 3 minus 2, divided by 1. So we have s is equal to 1. 8 minus 2, 6. Cool. That's very simple. Afei, you are dealing with equations with parentheses. It is if you have equations which say if you have 2 into brackets s plus 3 is equal to 14, what do we do? You then say you have to expand using the distributive property. So what kind of distributive property? Yes, say A into bracket B plus C is equal to what? A plus B is equal to B plus C. You see how the algebraic expressions, no? So first of all, you go back and learn more about that. If you ever multiply 2 by x, you ever multiply 2 by 3, right? So you're going to have 2x plus 6 is equal to 14. Afei, my group like terms and my subtract by both sides. But to say at win say until you can my post video no share the other form. Open so you just go direct 2s is equal to 14. This will cross it will give us -6, right? The 2s is equal to 14 minus 6 8. So I'm gonna have you divide both sides by 2. So I'm gonna have s equal to what? Good. Nice. Afei, may solve some word problems. Say, many word problems are just say, they want to say what you are trying paragraph B, but they want you to solve it in the form of question. Then I saw it. It kind of says what kind of year. After I saw funny variables, no. Then what try equation and what solve the question. No, I say, the answer more to me, I know I have to back to the question, like the solution. No, I say answer no, right and in the end, solve some problems. Actually, I solve more problems. We do practices on linear equations. I solve more problems. Uh, but for now, no, I solve one or two. And I enter see. Until say Sarah is 5 years older than John. The sum of their ages is 23. How old is each? Nti ɔkyerɛ sɛ nnipa mmienu na ɛwɔ hɔ. Na edi kan koraa deɛ ɛho sɛ ɛwɔ Sarah ɛna ɛwɔ John, right? John ɛwɔ mfie ɛna Sarah nso wɔ mfie. Wɔse Sarah wadi mfinhyia num ɛboro John deɛ so. Deɛ ɛma no sɛ John yɛ 2 a na ɛsɛ sɛ Sarah bɛyɛ 7. Ade ntia. Ɛsiane sɛ yɛde 5 ɛka John. Nti sɛ John, if John ɛyɛ X a John's age is equal to X a na kyerɛ sɛ Sarah bɛyɛ ahe? Sarah age ɛbɛyɛ ɔdɛn X plus 5. Na kyerɛ sɛ yɛde 5 aka John age ho. Ɔse because sɛ nim sɛ ɔboro John so 5 years, right? Na ɔse sɛ ɔka Sarah age ɛne John age bɔ mu a wonya ahe? 23. Nti John age plus Sarah age ɛma yɛ 23. And nim sɛ John age ahe? X plus Sarah's age ahe? X plus what? 5, right? Is equal to 23. Nti yɛsɔlve for X a nti we got X plus 5 which is equal to 23. X plus S ahe? 2X is equal to 23 we have cross minus 5, right? Which is equal to 18. If we divide both sides by 2, both sides by 2. X is equal to 18 divided by 2 and 9. And in him say X is the how 8. It's the how John. Until now say John is 9 years. Now Sarah, I say Sarah there. John, Sarah bro John so 5 years. So you have to add 5 to 9 years. Right? Into Yahoo's I 9, 9 plus 5 my 14 years. So Sarah is 14 years. Another one, and it's a number multiplied by 3, then increased by 5 equals 20. Also number B. Say multiply by 3. Now say people increase by 5. And more, 20. Into number no X, right? And so multiply by 3. Let's just say I 3 times X, right? No, say we increase it by 5. Yes, so increase means plus. It's equal to 20. Then 3x plus 5 is equal to 20. You know 3x is equal to what? 20 minus 5 equals 500%. 20 minus 5 yeah, 15. To divide both sides by 3, both sides by 3. I'm going to have x equal to 5. Good. There's a number near 5. After you say no cry, say 3x plus 5 or 7 more 20. A house should make us 20. And I said a honey higher pet. To say yeah, this substitute the value of x was high near a couple minus 20. The about 3 into bracket 5 plus 5. 3 times 5 9 15 plus 5 9 20. The higher 20. I'll say 20. That makes 20. To 20 is equal to 20. It makes it is equal. Left side is equal to the right side when you substitute the value of what x. Good. The then yes, from the key takeaways in linear equations. It is in the kind of linear equations have only one variable, one power, right? So linear equations have one variable with power 1. If you have s squared plus 1, this is not a linear equation, right? S plus 1 is a linear equation. Good. Now, solving means finding the value that makes the equation true. To solve linear equations, like I said, we find value now, I didn't know pen. Do you want to say s plus 1 is equal to 5? What? Or say s a number here. So what the one can one? Everyone you 5. So dream crowd say, and I say 4. 4 now the can one. What the one can 5, right? Now so sometimes maybe an entity, maybe a value for But you just by seeing it, say, oh, the number one can X and one can four, one five. But sometimes they're complicated, we don't know. Until you use this processes. Until all you do is say you have S is equal to 5 minus 1 and S is equal to I 4. And near 4. So 4 anyway. So we should put the 4 plus 1 and my 5. Good. See, yeah, so we are finding that value in 4, and it makes the equation true. Just say left side, and the right side, no, I pay. How about be a 5? Answer be a 5. But if you have to find this value first, and sun and left side, and the right side, be a pay. That is what we call finding or solving linear equations. Now, I'll say properties of equality allow same operation on both sides. If you have x plus 4 is equal to 10, the equality isn't say this side, yeah, which is A, and this side which is B, in the same one. BB are your hand, so your hands what it's me, MAE. And so if you have A plus 4 is equal to 10, and we want A to stand alone. This is also a linear equation. I say use SS in Kwaria, now then maybe use X na higher A. So if we have only one variable like throughout is a linear equation. So A plus 4 is equal to 10. If I say A no home, so we can subtract here 4. Right? You must subtract this left side by 4 and right side by 4. So you're going to have A plus 4 minus 4 is equal to 10 minus what? 4. And this will cancel this, give us A is equal to 10 minus 1, 6. And Tiasiru. See, and penny answer, we could have just done A is equal to 10 minus 4. Like we have A plus 4 is equal to 10. So we just cross this 4. Plus it's positive, cross it and get A is equal to 6. Answer no. But we, I mean, who the laws, okay. To send your kind, I'll say always check your answer by substituting back. So you find the value of x. I see a Sunday best formal expression where I say no clear. Send you know. T1 say x plus 4 is equal to 10, right? Junior x is equal to 10 minus 4. Yeah, x is equal to 6. We have to always substitute and see say no clear. But what is 6? No, so have 6 6 plus 4 by 10 in the left and right, say the same, right? Good. And just say what problems require translating words to equations. In this examples, you always have to translate the words to equations. TSC, increase means plus, right? Decrease means minus. Multiply, in say times. Iboha is the same as the equal to. We may solve more examples of word problem in our next video. Then you work step by step to also avoid mistakes. Until don't forget to do the right distribution. So O multiply 2x plus 3. We had more. We had 2x open a fee. You didn't also multiply 2 by 3. So you just got 2x plus 3 by 4. So you get wrong answer. The correct answer must be 2x, 2 times x, and 2 times 1, 3. You get 2x plus 14. And that gives you 2x going to 8 in your 4. Good. Yeah, sure. And I had na your day, your additional basic for linear equations. Your practice exercises are or how one should bet me a solve. And the practice exercise na ne wait my possible video now as wash it. So how to be the answers. And good 2 step, right? It's when you're break, then you go through the possible video now. Now for what's solve. Thank you. Keep practicing. Nti sɛ nea ɔsɔbɔ no pɛ sɛ ɔkɔmmɛnte ɛwɔ na wɔ question bi a nea bɛyɛ no sɛ you subscribe to this channel so that be able to kwan with my commenting. Then I solve those problems in the next video. Thank you very much for your attention.